Hey, everybody, welcome in. It is so great to see you. It is once again Tuesday night, and it is one of our favorite evenings just because we get to spend some time with you guys. Um, just looking at the chat here, Mandy, you're first. Let's see. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, Mandy says she knows the perfect way to beat all the lines at Walt Disney World. Okay. Well, no, that's Brian. Mandy has a way though, because she put it in the chat, and I'm going to work my way down to it. Brian says he knows the perfect way to beat all the lines. It's with the churro. A little carrot there. You dangle a carrot, Brian. Welcome in, Mandy and Brian. Good to see you guys. Saw Dean the turkey leg stir in here. Good to see Dean and Dave. Welcome in. Good to see you. So nice to have you guys in tonight. We have a few things to talk about. The big news that we got, I guess, this week, some of the big news was that Disney intends to discontinue the virtual queues for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind and also Tiana's Bio Adventure. So that's big news. They've had these queues, of course, when a ride opens. In order to manage the lines, because they're usually really long, Disney came up with the idea for a virtual queue, and basically what that amounts to is that on the morning that you go into the park at 7 a.m. you have to get into the app and go to the join queue option. And then when it turns over to 7 a.m., you click join queue as fast as you can. And that puts you into the line queue and you get a boarding group. So it groups everybody who is trying to get into boarding groups, and it tells you if you get into one before they all fill up, it tells you what boarding group you're in. You're in boarding group 1, 2, 3, and that way you head to the ride. You just monitor that during your park day, and you head over to the ride and to the line when your boarding group is called. So it's I find it. I know there's a lot of love hate for virtual queues. I like it. Now, sometimes the wait is still pretty long, but I like it okay. How's my sound, everybody? Mandy, let's see, Mandy, let me find Mandy's. Okay, so Mandy says that her trick for avoiding those long standby lines is riding the rides while everyone else is watching the parade. So, and Mandy, that, you know, in the 90s and probably a little bit past the 90s, they used to have two nighttime parades. They would have an early parade just after it got dark, and then they would have a later parade. And so our trick was always watching the later parade because a lot of people would be gone from the parks by that time, and riding the rides during that first parade. So it is a good, it's a good way to do it. If you've seen the parade, like I've seen Festival of Fantasy Parade a good bit, and it's a lot of times I'll just ride during the parade because a lot of the crowds are drawn into the parade and you don't have as long a wait time. So that is a really good suggestion, Mandy. Okay, thanks, Dean. We appreciate it. Thanks so much. William will be here. William will be in shortly, and so we'll look for him in a few minutes. But while we're waiting, let me do this day. Go ahead and do this day in Disney history, guys. 1954, actor John Travolta is born in Englewood, New Jersey. Happy 71st birthday to John Travolta. First rising to fame during the 1970s, appearing on the ABC television series Welcome Back, Kotter, and that show ran from 75 to 79. I loved it. I rarely missed an episode. And starring in the box office success Saturday Night Fever in 1977 and Grease in 78. So he had, two blockbusters there close together. His Touchstone Disney credits include Phenomenon in 1996, which is a really good film if you've never seen it. Face Off in 1997, which is kind of hard to watch. It is a Touchstone. Ladder 49 in 2003. Haven't watched that one in a while. Wild Hogs in 2007 with William H. Macy. Absolutely hilarious. The animated Bolt in 2008 and Old Dogs in 2009. So happy 71st birthday. Golly, to John Travolta. 1960, under storm-threatening skies, the great winter athletes in the world gather in Squaw Valley, orchestrated by Walt Disney, the head of pageantry for the games, and involved 5,000 participants, 1,285 instruments, and 2,645 voices from 52 California and Nevada high school bands. The opening ceremony, delayed by an hour because of heavy early morning snowfall, includes daytime fireworks, which was a first for the Olympics in 1960. So that's really interesting. Hey,
everybody.
I did not know that Walt Disney had orchestrated the 1960 Winter Olympic Games. That's pretty cool. He had his hand in a lot. He was such a popular figure. He really did an awful lot and earned a lot of recognition because of his contributions. So and it was well liked. People just liked Walt Disney. In 2000, a new fireworks show entitled Believe, There's Magic in the Stars officially debuts at Disneyland. It has been created especially for the park's 45th anniversary. And of course, this year we're celebrating the park's 70th anniversary. So it's pretty amazing. 2002, Disney World celebrates President's Day, which we celebrated yesterday, with official dedication of the updated Hall of Presidents attraction, now including an audio animatronics figure of President George W. Bush. 50 students from Lost Lake Elementary School in Lake County lead cast members and park guests in the Pledge of Allegiance. The Disney World Philharmonic Orchestra and Voices of Liberty choral group perform patriotic music. I love that. I wish they still did that. When they introduce a new audio animatronic. I didn't realize that they had a ceremony of sorts. Did you, William?
No, I didn't. Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. And then in 2020, and I think the Hall of Presidents is to go down pretty soon. By the way,
it's been down.
Is it already down? Okay.
Yeah, it's been down.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right. Because I remember the sign. I remember seeing a picture of the sign so that they can move the Donald Trump figure back to center stage and do some rearranging there. I love the Hall of Presidents. I think it's fantastic. I think whatever your politics it is, it's really one of the most amazing attractions at Walt Disney World simply because of all of the audio animatronics and the history that is presented in that attraction, especially for people coming from other countries. It gives them a great sense of our history, the history of our country and our leaders, past and present. It's just I love it. I've always loved the Hall of Presidents. I think it's just a great just extravaganza when they open those curtains and there are all of those animatronics. And when one president, it's really interesting the detail. When one president is speaking, the others are how when you're listening to somebody speak, you'll kind of move or you'll tilt your head or, what have you. They all do that. They all just kind of move like it's fantastic. It's really neat. So a tip of the hat today to the Hall of Presidents with President's Day yesterday. 2020 stars attend the world premiere of Disney Pixar's Onward at the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood, California. The film's voice cast Tracy Ullman, Kyle Bornheimer, George Soros, Dave Foley, John Ratzenberger, of course, Wilmer Valderrama, and Ali Wong, Tom Holland, and Chris Pratt, of course. Now, Wilmer Valderrama, that's interesting. I'm just now noticing Wilmer Valderrama. I'll have to look up who specifically that he voiced because he is in NCIS, I believe. Wilmer he's in the later shows in the series. I'll have to look and see who he voiced. That's interesting.
Yeah. Wyatt really, so, Onward did not get a very good theatrical run, because COVID really, all the restrictions and stuff started to come down. So it really didn't get a great run in theaters. Wyatt thoroughly, and I enjoy it too, especially, if you're a guy and you have a brother, I think it definitely pulls at your heartstrings more than it would for, people that aren't in that situation, but anyway, I've got two brothers, but, I love both of them a whole lot. And, that definitely tugged at my heartstrings, and also too, obviously at the time that came out, Wyatt would have been pretty young. But it was one of those movies that he latched onto, and we watched a whole lot. But anyway, it was pretty cool. Wyatt just really enjoyed it, and I think it's neat that we ended up having Wesley, and so now he has a brother. So we've got two boys just like they have in Onward. So anyway, pretty cool. But yeah, Wyatt, that was one of the movies. Wyatt really, we were at home a bunch, and so we watched a lot of Disney Plus. And so, Toy Story, thankfully there were 4 of those, plus the little, the shorts that they have for Toy Story. Same thing, Monsters Inc., had Monsters Inc., Monsters U, and a couple of their shorts as well. And then, Monsters at Work came out, and Wyatt, really enjoyed that. And then Cars, he really made a good run on all the Pixar stuff. And then Onward was, one of the other movies that he watched a bunch. And so, anyway, I
think Onward, I'll have to say Onward is one of those movies. When I saw it the first time, I liked it. I wasn't overwhelmed by it, but I liked it. It's funny though, as I've watched it the second and third times, the more I watch it, the more I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. Some films are like that.
Yeah.
But again, if you've watched Onward just once and you haven't watched it in a while, rewatch it. Give it another shot.
Yeah.
I feel like it's underrated. The story is truly Disney. But it's a fresh message.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought the voice, the voice actors did a fantastic job in that.
Yeah.
But give it another shot Onward if you haven't.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. And it definitely, I think it's, if you watch it a couple of times, I think it'd give it a chance. But
it opened in U.S. theaters on March the 6th, 2020. So it was theatrically released in the middle of the not the middle, I guess.
As things got kicked off. Yeah,
pretty far into fairly far into the blip, which let's not we won't think about that too much, but but anyway, it was quite the nightmare, shall we say.
Yeah.
How has your week gone?
It's going well. Very, very busy.
Good.
Very, very busy, but it's going well.
Yeah. Tina says she really enjoyed. Brian saw it at a drive-in, and Tina said it was bittersweet. I'll tell you, Onward was kind of tough for me because of the father, because of the dad. Because I lost my dad when I was 10, and honestly, the storyline with the dad was strange. I felt like it was really strange. But it really turned out in the end, like Tina said, to be very heartwarming. So,
Yeah.
But that's, I think, what made it kind of, I thought, what in the world are they doing?
Yeah.
What are they doing with the dad?
Thanks, Dean. You too.
Anyway, no worries, Dave. You have been busy. And we will talk tomorrow, my friend. Maybe both of us can get slowed down a little bit, long enough to talk chat for a little bit, but sleep well. At any rate, welcome in, Jennifer. I know that some of you came in. Jason Thibodeau, welcome in. Jennifer, it's good to see you. Jennifer and Ron, oh my goodness. Jennifer, I so enjoyed your skiing today. Jennifer and Ron were skiing today. And Ron had, like the chest cam. It was so much fun. It was cool. It was so much fun. I have been skiing in my life exactly one time. And it's one of those things that I was not very good at, but I loved it. And it made me wish that I had lived in a cold climate for the sole purpose of learning how to ski when I was young. I would love the thing that I would really love to have done is the snowboard. I think it would be tons of fun to know how to snowboard. But do you remember that trip that we took to Colorado, William?
Oh, yeah.
We went snowboarding, we went snowmobiling, which was utterly and completely amazing. We did some tubing. We did a little bit of everything that we left on Christmas Day, I think of 2005. And what a great day to travel because the airport.
We got a portable DVD player that Christmas, and we also got Mary Poppins on DVD that year for Christmas.
We did. Oh yeah. So yeah. Brian learns how to ski in Austria. How cool is that? Jennifer, I agree. Jennifer says it's never too late to learn new things. Absolutely. It's easier to learn something like that when you're young, though. It really likes riding a bike. It's just Jeff loves to dive. I think I've mentioned that to you guys. He absolutely loves to dive. I have really, really tried to push him to get his dive master certification so he could teach. But be that as it may, diving is something that I think I would really enjoy. But now that I'm older, we're more hesitant, as adults, because we're more realistic and we understand that we're not indestructible. So that's one reason it's so much easier to learn, to learn things like that when you're little. But absolutely, Jennifer, I would totally I'd have to get into shape for it, which I'm working on right now, but I would totally be up for that. So maybe put that down on your list of things to do with Dawn. Number 1 is a Disney cruise. Number 2 is a ski trip. So we got a list going. We've got a list going. And Brian says we have a lodge up here. That's pretty. Timberline Lodge. Oh my goodness, Brian! Wow, Timberline Lodge. Yeah, it was the filming site for The Shining, the Stephen King thriller. Oh. Wow, yeah, wow. That was a great book, and of course, a classic. Classic horror film. That's interesting. Okay, guys, Disney has announced that they are going to put an end to their ditching the virtual queues, right? Tiana's Bayou Adventure and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind will ditch their queues and go to a standby queue, just a regular standby queue, after February the 25th. Guardians Guardians on the 26th, then it would be. Guests will only be able to access the attraction with the standby line or purchase a lightning lane. And also on February 25th, Walt Disney World hotel guests will be able to ride Guardians during early entry.
So, sweet. Well, that's an incentive.
Yeah, it really is. So guests staying at the Disney Resort, that would be a huge incentive. It really would. Entry, they don't have extra magic hours anymore. They have extra magic half hours, which is something that we really need to discuss, Disney, when you need my opinions. But a half hour, if you're staying on property, you can enter the park a half hour ahead of regular guests. So that would be just enough time to get in there and dash over to Cosmic Rewind and maybe ride it a couple times. Who knows? Before.
I doubt it. I doubt it. You could probably get one.
Yeah, so that's gonna be. I don't know. You might be able to, depending on.
I mean, unless you're the first person there. I feel like odds are pretty low of doing it more than once.
Yeah. So that's time for Guardians. It really is. Jennifer. Hey, Alex. Welcome in. I said Tina. All of what?
Tina said she said all of them. I thought there'll be one still. So I'm on the Walt Disney World Guest Services Virtual Queue website page. And it says the message on both of these says a virtual queue is in place. This is for Tiana's. A virtual queue is in place through February 24th, 2025 at Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So that's the last day they'll use virtual queue. And then same thing for Guardians. It's going to run the 24th will be the last day for virtual queue on Guardians and Tiana's. And those are the only two left to have virtual queue. The other thing that they're currently using virtual queue for is the Run Disney merchandise shop. That's on the 20th at the ESPN Worldwide of Sports complex. So there's going to be a Run Disney merchandise shop there for the Princess Half Marathon weekend.
Now, Guardians has been running a virtual queue for a good while. It's been open for a lot longer time than Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And so I find that interesting. Now, I don't know. Obviously, I read a WWNT Today piece that told us about Guardians joining the lineup of attractions for early entry from Disney properties. But I don't know about Tiana's. I'm assuming Tiana's would also, you'd also be able to do Tiana's for early entry if you're staying at a Disney resort hotel. So I'm not entirely sure about that one, but I do know that it did say early entry would be available to guests staying at Disney resort hotels and select other hotels 30 minutes before the regular opening. So that's kind of a neat deal there. And it is time. It is time for them to do that. I think to drop those virtual queues for Guardians. Although I will have to say, how many of you in chat? This is a question, and people have different answers for different reasons. How many of you prefer the virtual queue? How many of you like the virtual queue? Just throw that out there. A couple of pictures I'm going to throw up here. This is the first time actually that Jeff and I rode the attraction and of course we were with Dean and Mikey there. So some fun pictures, and then I snapped that funky mirror that's on the wall as you exit the attraction. I thought it was pretty cool, so I snapped a selfie in that mirror. I wish I had that mirror in my house. I like that. I like the shape of it. But
so I'll tell you what's funny. Jillian and I were talking about it, and we were talking about how it's pretty ridiculous that Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is an individual lightning lane or lightning lane single pass. We got to change the names of everything to keep everybody good and confused.
Oh gosh, are we changing again?
Well, you got lightning lane you have lightning lane multi-pass and lightning lane single pass instead of individual lightning lane.
Okay, say that again so I can try to get it in my head.
Lightning lane multi-pass and lightning lane single pass.
Okay.
But,
lightning lane multi or
single
pass.
Okay. So I was in the process. Earlier today, actually, we were talking about how silly it is that Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a single lane pass attraction.
Did I say Dean, Mikey? Did I say Dean? That picture is Russ. I must have had Dean on my mind. It's Russ. It's Russ and Mikey and myself and Jeff. And that was the first time that we had ridden it. It was not Russ's first time, but it was for the rest of us to ride it. And there is actually, guys, I'm sorry, William, I may have interrupted. I've got too many things going on in my head. But this, and there's also a video on the channel if you guys want to see that. It's a cool from the first time that we rode Tron. So sorry about that, Mike. Thanks for the correction.
So yeah,
Russ.
Tron and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train are the lightning lane single passes currently. AKA individual lightning lane. And so Jillian and I were talking about it, and we were talking, we were talking to each other about it earlier. Like, man, it's really ridiculous that that Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is one of the single lane pass rides. Because we talked about it, and we were like, when did we first ride that? And I looked it up. I got it off the cuff. I was like, I'm pretty sure it debuted in 2014, and sure enough, I was right. And she was like, well, we rode it on that trip, wouldn't we? I was like, yeah, I'm sure we did. And she's like, and we didn't have to pay for it back then. I said, no. I said, because you didn't have to pay to ride stuff. Right. That's not how Fast Pass worked back then. And so anyway, and we talked about that. It's like, man, we're really getting messed up for
it's when you really think about it, it stings all over again every time you think about it.
All of the single lane, just while we're on the topic, real quick, all of the single lane, single pass, lightning lane single pass attractions are Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Tron Light Cycle Run at Magic Kingdom, and at EPCOT, it's Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Next is Hollywood Studios. You got Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. And then at obviously at Animal Kingdom, you got Avatar Flight of Passage. Welcome in, Mike. Good to see you. But that's all the single pass attractions currently. Obviously, as they start to roll some of these newer attractions out, I'm sure that they'll do, they'll shuffle things around again at some point as the new attractions start to open. But anyway, we talked about that. It's like, man, it's different times back then.
Oh, very, very different, very different. Thanks, Mike. We appreciate you. Pardon me. Anyway, I have just a couple of pictures from that first trip. This, of course, is the line queue, and I still love Guardians. I think it's still one of the best, definitely one of the best coasters in Florida for sure, in the country. Another picture there of Russ and Mike and Jeff and me there as we, that was after we had written it the first time. We wrote it the first time that day in a virtual queue, and then we also bought a lightning lane because we wanted to write it twice. So some good pictures there.
Jillian and I talked about lightning lane. Or talked about the virtual queue, not lightning lane. We talked about the virtual queue, and we have always been very fortunate with our virtual queue, lottery system. Being able to get a boarding group. We have been very fortunate. I can remember whenever Rise of the Resistance was incredibly difficult for people to get.
It was.
But we managed to get it.
It was.
And so
I said it was all those years of playing video games that you did. It was your thumb probably has gigantic muscles. It looks like
Mikey says Guardians is the only one
thumb from playing video games since he was 3.
Mikey says Guardians is the only one that he will and has paid for a lightning lane for. It's a great ride. It really is. But anyway,
I think it's the only one that I've paid. Yeah, I think it's the only one that I've paid for a lightning lane for.
We've paid for others. Alex said I have. Alex said I'd pay to go on a ride. Yeah. But we talked about it, and we've had very good luck with the virtual queues. And that's the thing is, if you're lucky, it's like, all right, well, shoot, like I'm in good shape. I've got my time that I need to show up. When they call my boarding group, that's when I need to be there. Now, the only thing we ran into with the virtual queues was we got boarding group 1 for Tron last year. And they couldn't, the monorail wasn't working. So we had to get on the ferry, and we were there. I mean, we were there at the TTC an hour before park opened. And, had to take the ferry, and then, secure it took a while to get through security. It took a while to get, to get tapped in, to get into the park. And so, it was, the cast member very uncharacteristically put us on blast a little bit for getting there late. And we said, look, we were at the TTC at 8 it's like I told her, I said the monorail was down, and I can't remember. I don't know if Dad had issues getting in or there was some other wrinkle there too.
I do, Tina. I have got a lot of group ones, and I generally get group 1 so that I do it on purpose so that Mikey and Russ have to roll out of bed and get their butts into the park. I absolutely. Alex says, he doesn't want to do it, but Rise and Spoilers Run are definitely on his bucket list. Yeah. I agree, Jennifer. Yeah,
but we. She gave us a hard time about it. She's like, well, you need to make sure you get here. And then my thing was, you can't control what number you get. you can't control what boarding.
That's true.
That's the thing. It's like, I can't go in and select, I'd like my boarding group to be in the afternoon.
Right.
And so we were completely at the mercy of waking up and hitting a button.
Well, now when we went, we got boarding group 1, and I think it was that same because we got separated.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeff and I had to go to guest services before we got into the park. We broke off and went to guest services.
Yep.
And actually, when we were asking them about our other issue, we said, hey, look, we have boarding group 1 for Tron, and obviously we're not going to make it. And the cast member never even blinked. He just fixed it. He said, now when you just show this to the cast member when you go up, didn't even blink, just fixed it. No problem. Never asked a question. We said we've just, and I told him, I said, we're we're early risers, so
Yeah.
we get up and
Well, that
we
was
get
my
up
thing with
and
the
run
cast
around.
member. Put us through the ringer a little bit on it. I was like, hey, you have no say in when your boarding group was, and then B, it ought not take you an hour to get from the TTC to Tron. Were my two things. We got hung up there. I mean, we had somebody in security was slow, and then also too getting into the park was slow. There was
it's like hitting every traffic light in a in a 2-mile stretch. If security is slow, the monorail's slow, the lines are backed up to get through the turnstiles, it can kill you on time. And sometimes everything is slow, so it's just really bad.
It wasn't from a lack of trying.
My group won March 17th last year. I remember. I remember. I mean, I love you. I love you, Mike.
But anyway, so for us, virtual queue wasn't a bad deal. Now, if you didn't get it, and that's why, I mean, especially for Rise and big Star Wars fans, I mean, not getting it, and it's like, okay, you got another shot at one. Well, even the shot at one was competitive.
For Rise is by far, I think, the most competitive of the virtual queues. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, whenever it was a virtual queue, it definitely was.
Yeah, it was a virtual queue.
But anyway, there were a whole lot of folks that were straight up like my trip is ruined. Because this is we came and we wanted to do this, and there were a lot of folks that were very upset.
Disneyland was the same way. Tina says it's like Reveille for Disney fans to get group one. It's Reveille for Disney. That's probably the best description I've ever heard of getting group one for a Disney attraction. Get up. What is Reveille? Okay, Rocky. Get up. And Russ. Oh, Russ. It was so funny because Russ got up, I think. This would have been St. Patrick's Day last year. And Russ actually did get up. He was going to get up and then go back to bed, see what boarding group we got and then go back to bed. So he was trying for it at the same time I was. And he said, "Dadgummit, Dawn." He said, "I hit the button." And, and then he looked and he said, "Oh, crap, Dawn got group one. I guess I'm going to have to drag myself out of bed." Oh, you're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome?
That's funny. I've got this for later.
Good times. Oh, yeah. There you go. Absolutely. I have. It's funny, but funny you mentioned
that. That is funny. We both got the Maui packs. We're on the same wavelength tonight.
What can I say?
But yeah, as long as you had quick fingers and a decent internet connection, people that were able to get virtual queue, if compared to having to pay for it, absolutely. Is a much better deal. So, virtual queue for me wasn't bad, but I can say I can completely understand folks that couldn't get it, and then also having no ability to stand in line. And then guess what? Your other alternative is to hope that the individual lightning lane hadn't sold out. Mm-hmm. And so between the three of those things could really put a damper on somebody's trip.
Well, I remember the first time, and this is when John and his family still lived in California, and they had planned. I think he had taken the day off and what have you, and Rise of Resistance there was still virtual queue. They missed it. They didn't get it. And so, he had his family in, and they still went. I mean, I can understand how that would be a horrible, I mean, if that's all you want to do is ride Rise, and you can't get that virtual queue. Rise was like that though. It was a situation where you would be standing, in hordes, a group of people, the masses, and there would be people around you that would start hooping and hollering, and other ones would go, "Oh man, it was like this." You knew exactly who got it and who did, because all of us were trying at the same time. It's that's just how that worked. He got confused. We named the dog Indiana. Charlie wants oh yeah, right, Alex? I think it's a good idea. I'm with Charlie on that. I'm with Charlie on that. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Yeah, Chewy. Alex, when y'all make it back to the parks, I'll have to say you have to put Chewy at the very top of your meet and greet list, because he is one of the best meet and greets. He really is.
For sure.
I think we probably agree with me on that. Okay. At this guy's look, I had really cool pictures for Guardians. This is a construction picture. I have pictures of Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and for the life of me, I had a mental block. I could not locate them. So that's my one picture of Tiana's there during the construction, with the construction wall still up. You can see the Tiana's water tower over the top of the fence there. But anyway, that's the virtual queues, guys, are. Let's see the date.
February 24th, the last day. So
it says Tiana's. Well, actually, let's see, as it closed its virtual queue on February the 25th. Starting on that day, guests will only be able to access the attraction with the standby line, or by purchasing lightning lane access. So,
I'm interested to see what the wait times will be for both of these rides. Once they go to a standby line.
It'll be interesting. Especially Guardians, because it's infinitely more popular than Tiana's. But at any rate, pretty cool there. Not a big fan of Indiana Jones.
No, it says he likes Indiana Jones. He just didn't connect the lines. He found out Petra is real and wants to go there now too.
There we go. Yeah. Mikey has to get his shaken Jamaican as we go into Epcot, and you drink those. I don't know how you drink those things. So next time we go in together, Mike, I'm gonna watch you drink that, because you order it and I see you with it in your hand, and then I turn around for 5 seconds and I look back at you and the cup is empty. I don't know.
He just inhales it.
It's like he does. I've never seen anybody drink, or I didn't actually see him drink it, but I've never known of anybody that can down a coffee that quickly. But, golly, good stuff, Mike. Good stuff. Love my Joffreys. So. Okay, so let's move.
Charlie
on.
And Susie, y'all be nice now. Next news item is the pass holder magnets. So, as announced previously, you got Ray as the pass holder magnet. But as announced on the My Disney Experience app, please pardon any inconvenience, but the Ray pass holder magnet will no longer be available for pickup at Epcot after February 16th, which is 2 days ago. From February 17th through February 28th, pass holders will have the opportunity to pick up a Minnie Mouse pass holder magnet at the Creation Shop at Epcot during normal operating hours. Didn't get the chance to collect the Ray pass holder magnet? Pass holders who visit Epcot. So I think this is an interesting distinction. Pass holders who visit Epcot between February 17th and February 28th may be eligible, and that's another one, may be eligible
right.
to receive a Ray pass holder magnet in the mail later this spring. To receive a Ray magnet, be sure to confirm or update the address for each pass holder in your household with valid U.S. mailing address. So That's the other. It's like, okay, you might be able to get like visit. Make sure to visit between the February 17th and 28th, and you may be able to get one in the mail. It's like, good grief, just send them out to everybody.
Exactly.
Just send them out. Send them out to all the APs. Call it a day.
And I would love that because I would love to have the Ray magnet. Now, question number one: why is it February 17th to the 28th? Okay, why those dates? And number two, how do they know you were there between February 17th and February 28th?
Guess they'll search that date range and cross-reference with APs who entered EPCOT during that 11-day period.
Okay, just to get the they crank up the old dot matrix printer and run their list, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess so. I don't understand why it's the 17th or the 28th. Mike, would you have any idea, if you're still listening, buddy, why it's that date range? Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. They want you there to spend more money midwinter break, don't they? Absolutely do. And they know, hey, Disney knows, Tina, that a lot of pass holders will actually make a trip to get that. What do those suckers cost to produce? Probably a quarter. They know that people will actually plan a trip to get. Yeah. And my friends who do that shall remain nameless, but they do. And I mean, hey, that Minnie Mouse is cute.
It is cute.
It really. I mean, that's one of the cutest pieces of art that I have seen in the new style artwork that they did for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway. Well, yeah, I know that, Mike, but why that week? I mean, they were being passed out. I'm familiar with Festival of the Arts.
What's funny is I saw somebody post on Facebook in one of my Disney groups the other day, and they're so against people referring to Festival of the Arts as FARTS. Farts that somebody claimed that a cast member told them to refer to it as a FOTA, FOTA, Festival of the Arts, FOTA, instead of farts.
FOTA, okay. Well, I can
again, secondhand information, so take it for what it's worth. But that's what somebody said in one of my Disney groups on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's the story. If if you've been there, if you were at EPCOT, or will be at EPCOT February 17th to 28th, you might still get that. It'll be a crapshoot to see if you get it, but you may get it. So yeah. That's true. It does. That's when it comes to an end. Maybe that's it, Mike. That's the end of Festival of the Arts. End of that festival. Yeah. Of course they know, Tina, right?
Oh,
you got your Ray. Good, Mike. It's really cute. He's cute. Yeah. And Evangeline. Ray and Evangeline. It's Ray and Evangeline on there. So cool. Really, really cool. Also, Flower and Garden starts. Flower and Garden is coming. It kicks off really soon, March the 5th through June the 2nd. This is the 31st annual Flower and Garden Festival, and it runs for 91 days this year. So a good solid 3-month run there for Festival of the Arts this year. And
Flower and Garden Festival.
I'm sorry, Flower and Garden. So that's coming pretty quick. And
Phineas and Ferb Topiaries are making a return after 8 years.
Yeah,
excited about them.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I have to go and see this one.
I feel like their clothes need more color. Jillian had said they should have done some sort of like purple succulents or something for Ferb's pants. I feel like their clothes could use a little more color, but I'm just thrilled that they're
I
back.
agree. Right, right. I agree. I agree. And there will be a lot of people who are thrilled. We have always said, William, that Disney completely missed a huge merchandising opportunity with Phineas and Ferb.
They did.
I don't know. It's called Food and Flowers. Call it Food and Flowers. um, I, I, I don't know if they just didn't realize how popular it was or what the deal, was. But we absolutely love Phineas and Ferb. It's cartoon is what we call intelligent humor. And it's just, I think, but I agree with Jillian 100%. I think they would have been cuter if they had used color for their clothing. They would stick out more, been more bit brighter and really cool. Yeah. So Lily is big on Elsa, Pooh, and Cinderella, thanks to her mom. Susie is Moana and Pooh. Charlie is Star Wars, thank goodness. Got to raise them right there, Alex. Indiana, Monsters Inc., Avengers, Guardians, all three love Tally. I think that good lineup there. That is a good lineup. Absolutely. So y'all have to plan with all of those, different likes. Y'all have to pick and choose attractions and meet and greets for, to get everybody's preference in there. That's special trip planning.
Yeah.
That is really
special. So here's a list per Blog Mickey for the 2025 Epcot Flower and Garden character topiary list. Moana will be at the Epcot main entrance. At World Celebration, you'll have Inside Out 2, which is new. Phineas and Ferb, as we just mentioned, and as pictured on the screen here. Mm-hmm. Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Pluto, Chip and Dale at World Celebration. You have Tinkerbell's Fairy House Garden, UK Pavilion. Simba and Friends, Rafiki, Simba, Mufasa, and Sarabi at World Nature. Winnie the Pooh and Friends, Rabbit, Eeyore, Piglet, and Tigger at the United Kingdom Pavilion. You have Goofy at the Rose Walk in World Nature. You have Lady and the Tramp at the Italy Pavilion. Nice. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at the Germany Pavilion. Beauty and the Beast at the France Pavilion. Tiana at the American Adventure. Miguel and Dante, which I think is also a new one, if I remember correctly.
No, they've done Miguel and Dante.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
They've done it, yeah.
JK. Miguel and Dante from Coco, the Mexico Pavilion. Mirabelle, Antonio, Isabella, and Luisa from Encanto at World Showcase near the port of entry. Figment and the Topiary Flowers of the World Celebration. And Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy at World Discovery.
Yay, because for some stupid reason, silly me, I missed Groot. And he plays music. He plays the awesome mix.
That's right. They did have the Dante. I just saw a picture of it, and they project light onto it, and it looks really cool.
It does. It really does. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, and the Goofy. Oh, Mikey says Goofy is the old skater Goofy. Yes, how cool. I love that. So yeah, Miguel and Dante are really pretty. With the projections was the really cool thing that they did with Miguel and Dante. And Goofy is old skater Goofy. I look forward to seeing that one. Mm-hmm. So, couple of years.
So next,
Alex, I totally understand.
Next on the list, go to the next slide. Still Flower and Garden here.
It's a little wrap up there for Flower and Garden last year with the kiddos. Kiddos were there. But look, Flower and Garden is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to try, when we go this year, I'm going to try to vlog Flower and Garden, just concentrating on the topiaries and what have you. Going to try to do that so I can do a presentation to my garden club, do the video for the channel, but I'll use it as a presentation for our garden club again. Just beautiful. Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. The kids loved being there for that. They really do. This is Jeff and
Yeah.
3 of our grands. Absolutely gorgeous. And then the big butterfly topiaries there. And this shot is always incredible.
Yeah.
That one, looking over towards the Imagination Pavilion with that carpet of going all the way around the water there is just incredible. The only thing this shot needs is a monorail going across. That's the only thing this shot is missing, and it'd be worth it to stand there and wait for one.
Uh-huh.
But it is absolutely stunning. The Epcot Flower Garden Festival is probably my favorite, I'll have to say.
That's a lot of fun.
What's your favorite, William?
Probably the same thing, Flower Garden.
It's just so pretty. They do an amazing job.
I've not done Festival of the Holidays or Festival of the Arts, so that's really. I guess I don't know. I do enjoy food. I do enjoy Food and Wine Festival also, but probably Flower Garden's probably my favorite because I don't partake in alcohol, adult beverages. So although the food is always neat for Food and Wine Fest.
Well, and really though, I mean, but all of the festivals now have good food. So, I mean, really, that's and I love that. So you can really go anytime to take advantage of the food. So, Cinderella and her prince Andrew are celebrating 75 years. The animated feature celebrated its 75th year on the 15th.
Prince Charming.
And we are Prince Andrew. Prince Charming is Snow White's prince. I guess they're both charming.
Well, he's also Kit as well, as we get from the live action.
Yes, well, that's true. That's true. Now, and I will have to say the live action, guys, is probably the Cinderella live action is one of the only live actions that I really like. It's my favorite of the live actions that they have done, and a lot of it is because they have and I should have looked up the information to see who played the prince in the live action, but because of him. And they give some precious
Snow White's prince's name is Florian.
I have never heard that before. I've only heard him called Charming. Cool. Now in Once Upon a Time, his name is James.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I've always he's charming, and then Cinderella's prince is Andrew, but they're all charming. So. Yeah. The Cinderella live action.
2015.
Well, the 2015.
Yeah.
That's true, Mikey. There have been a lot of Cinderella live actions. But yeah, the one with Lily James as Cinderella is ridiculously amazing. It's very, very well done. And Haley, and her last name just escaped me, plays her mother. Okay.
Atwell.
There you go. It was not, and I don't know how long it would have taken for that to come to me. We could have been sitting here all night. Haley Atwell plays her mother. And if you don't, it took me a little while when I watched it the first time because I did not realize that she played her mom to recognize her, to recognize Haley Atwell. So,
that movie, I thought all the castings were excellent, but the one that threw me, the one that still throws me to this day,
I know what you're going to say.
Helena Bonham Carter as the fairy godmother. Still throws me to this day.
It does me too. And it, why it throws us.
Well, she's, yeah.
We're Harry Potter fans.
Yeah, it's hard to shake Bellatrix Lestrange out of Helena Bonham Carter.
Let's see, Bellatrix Lestrange to the fairy godmother is a huge huge.
I mean,
So,
it took me, watching live action Beauty and the Beast took me a little bit to shake Hermione out of Emma Watson.
that's true. That's true. Although I do like that one. Now that's
Yeah,
another.
these are great pictures of you with various Cinderellas here, Mom.
That I really like, and these are from '08. These are older pictures, and the little frames around these, those are frames that they used to offer in the PhotoPass app when you logged on to get your pictures and download them. They had all of these different little frames that you could download, and so I love that I did some of those and still have them. So they had all of the princesses and different attractions and Mickey and Minnie and but yeah, this was precious. And so this is kind of these are throwback pictures. So it's a happy birthday to Cinderella. And I also have I'm going to go ahead, William, and also have something to show you. I'm going to go ahead and go full screen here on this, but now these are very special. Last night at our garden club meeting, I had a sweet member of our garden club who said that she bought these with me in mind at a flea market, I believe, or possibly a different little auction. But look at these. Look at these little figurines. These are absolutely precious. This is Cinderella and her prince.
How neat.
And I thought they were so cute. If you want to see them a little bit better, I just posted a picture of them on Instagram that shows you the detail and what have you. They're older. I'm not sure how old, but they are older figurines. And I thought they were just so precious.
Those are neat.
Prince Charming is down on one knee there. She had no idea that Cinderella had just celebrated her 75th year for the animated feature. But I thought these were so precious. Cinderella.
Those are neat.
And her little dress there.
Oh, cool.
So pretty. Classic Cinderella in her blue dress. And then Prince Charming, of course, is down on one knee with the slipper in his hand, and he's wearing the white military style, royal coat there, and red pants with the yellow stripe. So cute. So cute. Very well done. The bottom, I think. So what does the bottom says? The bottom actually says Disney Japan.
Alex says he got those for Mrs. Alex. She has them. They're old, 1990s or so.
Right.
That's what Alex says.
Oh, cool. Wow. She does. I think she does too, Mike. I agree. I agree 100%. Yeah.
So it's all fun and games.
Oh, how nice. Well, that's neat.
It's all fun and games to talk about how Cinderella's, oh yay, Cinderella's 75th anniversary. That's fantastic. I'll tell you what'll really get you feeling old quick. This year's the 30th anniversary of Toy Story, the first movie.
Oh.
I came across that within the last couple of days because Roosevelt's is dropping. They may have already dropped it, but Roosevelt is rolling out a 30th anniversary Toy Story line, and I it's one of those things. It's like, oh yeah, I know Toy Story came out in 1995, but whenever it's like, oh no, Toy Story's 30 now, it's like, oh goodness gracious.
Yeah. It's
that got me feeling pretty old pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's just incredible. It's just incredible for that. That's
I think I may steal the screen here in a second. Yeah, sorry about that, Alex. But if I have to endure it, so do you.
Right.
I'll drag you down with me.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, Tina says, "Think how I feel, Will. You're still a kid." Oh my
Oh
goodness.
man, oh this stinks. I've got to get logged in on this computer again so I can share my screen.
Okay.
And obviously I can't do that with us streaming currently. But I was maybe it'll let me. Give me a second. Maybe it's gonna let
What were
me.
you logging? What were you logging
Oh,
into?
okay, yeah, we're good. Oh, let me kill my sound real quick over here. There we go. Okay, never mind. That didn't work. Pardon the echo. All right, now we're good. Let me share my screen real quick. Sorry to steal the Liberty Bell's thunder real fast, but
Okay.
let me see. Present, share screen. I've got to show y'all. I have to show y'all these Roosevelts because they're awesome.
So Mikey said he was 10 when it came out. Let me let's see.
Well, did
Let
it
me
not
stop.
share?
I'll stop sharing my screen.
Okay. Well, we should be fine. Let me go with that tab.
Yeah, Mikey says he was 10 when it came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Goodness.
Let's get this brought up here at the stage. Bingo. Okay. Look at these.
Oh my goodness.
Look at these. Look, this
Oh,
green alien
no.
one that's a light blue with green aliens all over it. Yeah.
How cute. I love the color. That's
Yeah.
like an aqua. It's an aqua.
And it's great.
Okay, guys, we have officially discovered William's Achilles heel. This is William's spirit jersey. Okay.
They have storyboard drawings, like very rough drawings of characters.
Now I love that.
Which are just fantastic.
Toy Story, Tina.
Like concept art for scenes and the characters. You can see Andy's drawing of Woody there, which is great.
Wow.
Got Lenny. And that's a great shirt.
They
have a black and light green and purple Pizza Planet shirt with a bunch of
wow.
Strangely enough, it has a bunch of never mind. There's pizza on it too. I was going to say, strangely enough, there's hamburgers, but you have a planet that looks kind of like Saturn with the ring around it. Your pizza box. You got the claw coming down on an alien, and the guards out front, the big robot guards with their pizza spears out front. That one's great. It's called Cleared to Enter, and the Toy Story board obviously is the name of the one that has the storyboard drawings.
Toy Story board is definitely my favorite.
Next we have
there's more, but wait, there's more.
There's more. Toying around with. I mean, you've got the shark. You have Sarge, or one of the Green Army men, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, Wheezy, Ham, RC, Rex, Buzz, Stinky Pete. Man, this line is just fantastic. I tell you what.
Oh my gosh!
And they have the Toy Story next to that. They have the Toy Story 2 road crossing scene with the cones. So there's a bunch of traffic cones all over the shirt, and the toys making their way across the shirt.
Okay, let's just say whoever came up with that shirt. I tip of the ears to whoever came up with that. That is priceless.
We have we have Spanish mode Buzz and Jesse dancing, which is a red shirt with polka dots on it. But it's fantastic also.
Too funny.
It's that shirt's obviously called Spanish mode. We have another one, Ready for Adventure, which is great. It has a bunch of Toy Story 4. That's why it's called Ready for Adventure. It's got a bunch of Toy Story 4.
These are so great.
Characters. You got Escaping Scud, which has Scud in the background, and then Buzz and Woody riding RC trying to get away from Scud. This one is too funny. They have the shark from the first Toy Story movie that that puts Woody's hat on. It says, I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Oh, William.
So
And it's like a cowboy
yes,
hat. I
it's
like
like
a
a
cowboy
cowboy
shirt.
style
Like
shirt
a
with the shoulder
retro.
pads.
Stop.
And on the
Well,
back it says howdy, howdy, howdy on the back,
oh
on the
my
shoulders.
goodness.
So
How do
that's
you
just
decide?
they're so great. And then there's a Pizza Planet freshest in the galaxy shirt, which is pretty cool too. But all of these designs
Wow.
are just phenomenal. They
Oh,
are great.
goodness gracious. But choosing, I mean, narrowing it down to one would be hard enough, but narrowing it down to,
Yeah.
I'd have a hard time narrowing it down to 3 of them.
Yeah.
Because they're all, wow. They're all so great.
They're great. You can share your screen again there, Mom.
Oh, goodness. Those are just so cool. Wow. Really cool. Let's see. Let me share my screen back again. Those are really neat. I'm glad you shared those with us, William. So you'll have to pick. You gotta gotta narrow it down to about 3. Narrow it down to 3. They'll have a collection for a long time though. Those really are neat. Those really are neat.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good number run on it, because all of those designs are great.
Yeah, they are. They are so cool. Good Roosevelt's always does a fantastic.
By the way, I don't think I mentioned this last week. I may have mentioned it actually, but if I didn't, speaking of Roosevelt's, later this year, word on the street is that Roosevelt's is putting out Lester's Possum Parks, Lester's Possum Park possum hats. And I don't know what it's going to take, but I'm going to have one of those Lester's Possum Park possum hats.
Okay, so any of you who know where William can get a third job, let us know. We can just email us at the Hitchhiking Bones at gmail.com. You have to have that one. You have to have that one. We'll put that for, happy birthday, happy, Groundhog Day, happy, April Fool's Day.
Because my whole life, Dad'll, just randomly ask, who's your favorite possum?
Yeah, from the movie. Oh, that's a thing between you and Dad. Yeah. Now, you might be able to talk him into getting that one for you. He's obligated. He's obligated. Yeah. Let's see. So, William, this is when somebody asks you what you want for your birthday. You tell each person a different shirt design.
There you go.
Right?
There you go. Mike, you're onto something. Yeah, that's the best plan.
That's a plan.
I like that idea. That's a great idea.
I do too. It really is. That is neat. Okay. Well, kind of pretty much our,
right, Jonathan.
Our last topic. Guys, as you know, during D23 last year, Disney announced that they will be, and believe me, it really pains me to say this. Of all the gut punches we've gotten from Disney so far of things that they took out of the parks, this one is by far the biggest.
Yeah. Real quick, we said earlier, but wait, there's more. Hold on to the gut punch. Because I have one more thing that's not on the list here that
really
may be a gut punch. So, but continue on with this news topic.
Okay, well, this is something, and I want your help, guys. We are Alex, right? Yeah. They have announced that they are going to cover over, if you can imagine, Rivers of America, Tom Sawyer Island, and the Liberty Bell will be put out to Seven Seas Lagoon. They're going to concrete that entire area, and wait for it, a Cars ride. And yes, I'm not kidding. If this is, if you're a Disney fan, you've probably heard this before, but this one, not to go into it too much, but this one,
we
guys,
have already talked about this
this
on a
one
previous episode.
we have talked about it. Now, here's the story that they say, well, nobody goes out to, Tom Sawyer Island anymore. Nobody rides the Liberty Bell, blah, 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 blah. Here's my question for you guys in the chat. Instead of, if Disney were to decide not to do this, which I pray that they won't, because this is a oasis, piece of history. It's, part of the edutainment piece that Walt loves so much. But if they would decide not to do this, what could they do on Tom Sawyer Island to draw people out to it? Now, they could put me in charge of this, y'all, and I guarantee you that I could come up with a lot of things to draw people out to Tom Sawyer Island, because it is such a neat place. This yellow building in this, okay. How many people, without saying what it is, this yellow building here, how many of you know what that yellow building is on the left side of this where the dock is for the Tom Sawyer raft that takes you out there? How many people know, without saying what it is, raise your hand in the chat if you know what that building is, that yellow building. I know what it is. Yeah, Tina, I'm sure you do. A lot of people, yeah, I believe that a lot of the lack of traffic for Tom Sawyer Island is because they discontinued some of the things that you could do out there. So my idea is to revamp it, reinvigorate it, and this yellow building. Let's see whether you know what it is or not. It's still iconic. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Jonathan points out that whether you know what it is or not, it's still iconic and part of the landscape. And Alex says he's been there, doesn't remember what it is. That yellow building is called Aunt Polly's. It is a little quick service that I don't think they have opened it. Oh, hey, Miss Najima, welcome. Nice to see you as always. I don't think they have opened it since the blip at all. It was open all the time, of course, for years and years and years. Well, then they got to where they only opened it. They only opened it during heavy park days. And then, of course, after, I don't think it's been open at all since COVID, but it's a quick service. Now, my idea is to go back to doing some of the things that they used to do on the island. I think that you could, you could open Aunt Polly's again and offer some really good snacks. Look at all this. There's seating out there. Go ahead and put your seating back out there. Draw people over to the island by offering treats and food that you can only get at Aunt Polly's, as well as sippers and things of that nature. That's one really good way to get people over there, is to, good grief, open Aunt Polly's again. Open it. The other ideas that I had were to open the quick service again with a new menu, savory snacks, sweets, themed sippers and straws, that kind of thing. You do meet and greets over there. Have some meet and greets. You do you can even do, they do at Animal Kingdom, they do Safari Mickey and Minnie, do Tom Sawyer Mickey and Minnie, have some meet and greets over there that you can't do anywhere else. Have a scavenger hunt over there that's similar to Pirate Adventure. There, Hatbox Ghost, welcome in, Jerry. Hatbox Ghost has materialized in the mansion. Good to see you. There's so many things that you could do over there. Have things that draw the kids in. Yeah, I think I really have a problem with shutting down Rivers of America, not just because of the fact that it's an opening day attraction. It's an oasis in the park. And honestly, I just can't imagine it without Rivers of America. This is a bridge too far for me.
Yeah.
For Frontierland. But what other things can you guys think of that that may be true, Mike. But I can tell you, it's actually the managers are in charge of Sawyer Island. Well, that's lazy. Just to be honest with you, that's lazy. Anyway, those are some of my ideas.
It says because of thunderstorms, they have to evacuate the island. Interesting.
Okay, well, so what? Yeah.
So anyway,
it's been there for 50 years. But at any rate, those were just some ideas that that I came up with that I think would be good, and I'm sure that people could come up with others that would reinvigorate Tom Sawyer Island rather than closing it, because honestly, I just can't imagine Walt Disney, or can't imagine Magic Kingdom without the water. It's really, really hard. It's really, really hard for me to picture this area of the park without the water. So,
well, I can remember being excited about Tom Sawyer Island whenever I had to, around the time I had to read it for school, around the time we had a trip. So it was really neat, back in the day to have read the book and then, and then go check out Tom Sawyer Island. But
well, Walt Disney was big on edutainment. It was something that he called edutainment, and this is a piece of our history. Mark Twain, Tom Sawyer Island. Well, people say, well, kids can't relate to it. Then teach them about it. That's what history is. Frontierland. It's. At any rate, those were just some ideas that I wanted to throw out there, and I'm sure I could come up with more that they could
definitely change the aesthetics. Because the other thing too, with that water being next to, because of the style of the Haunted Mansion there at Disney World, it really looks good next to the water, and so you're not going to have that sight line anymore.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. They're planning on doing some sort of ATV related cars ride. If they're giving us Radiator Springs, which Radiator Springs there at Disney's California Adventure is incredible. If they're giving us Radiator Springs, it's like, okay, Radiator Springs is pretty awesome. But some sort of Cars inspired ride that, is definitely less lucrative and less exciting. This is a great picture. My goodness.
Yeah.
That you got on screen.
This one. So the first. Okay. So this you have. So you have daytime.
Yeah.
This is a picture that I took.
That's pretty.
And standing pretty much in the same spot, the Disney Nerd Herders took this, and I put their.
That's a great picture.
Their logo. So nighttime. Look. Stacy took this one. That's why I put their logo down.
Welcome in, Jason.
Because they took this picture. But isn't that gorgeous? Took that during. Here,
I will credit myself. Sometimes I have an idea, or I have a thought that I think is particularly noteworthy. Yes. And I some of you may not have been here on stream whenever I brought this up last time, but. And the idea just came to me while I was, talking in the chat. I said the issue with all this space is Disney's not able to monetize it.
Yes.
Nobody's lightning laning the Liberty Bell. Nobody's lightning laning Tom Sawyer Island. And so this, them draining it, And yeah, well, we got a soft culture there, Alex. But with them draining it and putting in, another ride, they can monetize this space. That people will buy lightning lanes to do a Cars ride here,
exactly.
versus not spending extra money to get on the Liberty Bell,
and that's bottom line. That's pretty much bottom line. Yeah.
And that just came to me while we were discussing it, and I was like, man, that's a pretty good point. So pat myself on the back for that point there. This enables them to monetize that space, and as I said back whenever I made this point, money to quote One-Eyed Bart from Toy Story 1.
It's true. Yeah. We got a Toy Story theme going on here tonight. Anyway, yeah.
But this is a great picture. It's neat that they took this shot and you took the other shot, and they're lined up incredibly well.
Right. Yeah, they really are pretty much right on target. And I just happened to notice, but yeah, the castle, or the castle, our castle, the Haunted Mansion is lit up there for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. But
piggybacking off of this, since we're in this neck of the woods with the park, there's a new permit. It's a commencement of construction permit, which is used to provide information about an upcoming construction project. In the permit, the location of the construction is listed as 1600 Magic Kingdom Drive, which is the street address for the Haunted Mansion in the Magic Kingdom. This it describes it as general construction. Okay. It describes it as general construction. Let's see. Here we go. It says, while general refurbishment work is usually completed by Walt Disney Imagineering as an in-house company, this permit lists MLC Theming Incorporated as the contractor. MLC Theming is a specialty construction company that specializes in scenic painting of aging structures, fabricating facades, carving rock work, and more, according to the company's website. The fact that Disney is hiring an outside company that specializes in themed elements implies that the planned project may involve more scene work than standard ride refurbishment. It says this permit proves interesting because it comes just weeks after the reopening of Disneyland's Haunted Mansion, which just reopened after an extended refurbishment. So, obviously people are speculating as to what they're doing in the mansion. But the other thing is, it can't be too major of an overhaul because this permit runs up October 31st of this year is when the permit expires. So anyway, we'll see what they end up doing here. But it's knowing that they replaced their Constance Hatchaway at Disneyland and changed up some of the ride, makes you wonder if either Constance is getting changed or they're finally addressing the hanging scene. They're in the stretching room, so we shall see. We'll see what comes out of this, but it is noteworthy to mention that this permit's been filed and it expires at the end of October. So it sounds like they're going to be working on it here pretty quick.
Yeah, it does. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Disney, and Tina says they can always extend the permit, request
that's true.
Extension.
That's true.
But yeah, Alex, that's apparently they're gonna, so I don't know. I mean, we talked about the Bride at Disneyland a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they've changed up Constance Hatchaway. We know that there are some Disney execs who have a problem with the hanging scene that's been there for 50 plus years, blah, blah, blah. So yeah. So
we'll see. The other thing is it's going to be interesting to see how this space is transformed over time. They're doing work on Big Thunder. I don't know. You wouldn't think that they would do too much with Haunted Mansion, since Big Thunder is already closed for refurbishment. It'll be closed the entire year, as far as I know. So you would think that it's not optimal timing to work on the mansion, but I mean, obviously they're doing something. But we'll continue to monitor the mansion news there.
Assuredly.
But it's going to be interesting to see how this space transforms over time, because I mean they got Villains Land, beyond Big Thunder project, is moving. We've seen them working on even some ride track there. So this space is going to go through a significant change over time. With Villains Land and this Cars attraction.
Right. Well, and they have so much planned. They have so much planned for the area. They're going to have to be very strategic, because Magic Kingdom is their most popular park.
Yep.
And they're going to have to be careful about tearing too much up at the same time, or they're really going to hurt their bottom line.
Yeah.
And so this is just a shot. This is a day when Russ and Dean and Mike and I were all in the parks together. And that is Dean, like right there, waving there. He was doing some shorts, I think. And they're on the Liberty Bell. So that's Dean waving to us. We were standing on the dock waiting to get on the ride. Just a couple of pictures here from the Liberty Bell as she glides across the rivers of America. We have when I go back, I'm going to do my best to get. I have this on a live stream. We have Liberty Bell on live stream. I'd love to vlog it, but some pictures, views there. Nice view of Big Thunder Mountain from the bow of the Liberty Bell. And if you look to the left, you could see the train coming into view there. On the left of the track, the train is Big Thunder Mountain. The engine is just entering that that picture, but so pretty, so picturesque. The water is a draw. It's an oasis. It really is. So it's to cover this over, guys, to cover this water over. And put, and make it concrete is really just, I just never thought they would do something like that, I guess. So
yeah, we're right there with you, April.
Another nice shot there of the windmill on Tom Sawyer Island. So pretty. Just had a few pictures I wanted to share from that. Tom Sawyer Island is really neat. A lot of people have never even been out to Tom Sawyer Island. I realize that, but it is also an oasis. A little getaway. I honestly do. I really do wish they'd open Polly's again.
That's true.
Really
yeah, I like the windmills. Pretty. It's neat.
So neat. More views there of Frontierland from just the views that the pictures that you could take from the Liberty Bell are just really iconic.
Yeah,
they're just really pretty. Picture across the way there of let's see, what do we have there? That's the Diamond Horseshoe. Just all the way across there, in the little bridge that goes around. Just some really pretty views. Here's Mikey. And just leaning up against there as we ride around Liberty Bell, and then from the dock. More pictures there. That was a fun day. That was a really fun day. It was a great day. We stayed in the parks and did Dean did a live stream. I did a live stream. We've got live streams and shorts and all kinds of stuff from that day.
Yeah. Oh,
And this was one that I just put on Instagram and got some good feedback from this picture.
yeah,
It really is a nice, it was a nice angle
yeah.
there of the Liberty Bell and with Tom Sawyer Island and then Big Thunder in the background. Lily from Lily's Life sent me a direct message on Instagram saying she just really loved this picture. And it's just so pretty with the
That's a good one.
water. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just gorgeous, gorgeous pictures.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are my ideas, for things that they could do to bring people back to Tom Sawyer Island. So we'll see what happens with this one. But this pretty much, if they do this at some point, here's my prediction, and you could come, we could probably come back to this later. But my prediction is that if they do this at some point, they will completely do away with Frontierland. I think that's what they'll do. And from a historical aspect, the American history that is there, I'm really not happy with it, but I think that's exactly what they're going to do. So those are my ideas for what they, how they could fix, how they could, draw more people out. I think it would be a lot of fun. I think they could really do that. Alex says you missed Discovery Island. Any unofficial videos of it now? I'm sure they exist. I'm sure they're out there. I never went to Discovery Island, Alex. It's still there. It's closed, but the island itself is still there. I never went out to Discovery Island. They're still going to have, they're going to have it for Splash. Still going to have some kind of water feature connection. Yeah. I know they're trying to figure that out.
I hadn't really thought about that.
I guess they're going to have, and they've got Pirates of the Caribbean, also needs water. So, yeah.
No, Pirates a little further away, but yeah. No, yeah, you got this picture here.
Yeah, this is just I'll tell you, Mike 88 NYC sends me just encouraging memes and messages pretty much every day, and I just love this one. I thought this was just a good one to end our slideshow on. How you make others feel says a lot about who you are. Leave them with a smile, a hug, and a kind thought. And it's classic Pooh and Piglet. They're holding hands and kind of walking away from us. I just thought it was just really, really sweet. And I agree with that sentiment. So thank you, Mike 88 NYC. If you're ghosting tonight, we appreciate you. If you're watching on replay, we appreciate you. And thanks for all the encouragement and for the encouragement that you give others on your Instagram page. We really appreciate you.
Yeah.
But that's that. I wanted to share that with y'all because it really brightened my day. And I love classic Pooh.
Yeah.
I really do. Let's see.
That's a good picture of Spaceship Earth here. I like the colors that you got on there. Oh, April, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Tom Sawyer Island is not ADA.
We got a new member, Mom.
But April. We do.
Thank you.
Oh,
we appreciate that.
Sweet. Thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. Guys, we are truly humbled by those of you who maintain memberships.
Yeah.
We thoroughly appreciate it so much. Alex, I think, is in the chat. Anybody that you see, Jason Thibodeau, you and your lovely bride, we appreciate y'all so much for being members. Tina McNeil is also a member of the channel. Mikey has been there from the start. So we really appreciate you guys so much it means a lot to us. It really does. That you support the channel. If you're interested in becoming a member, just click the join button There are various levels that you can.
And Charlie, Alex,
Yeah,
and Charlie.
And Charlie, Alex.
Yeah.
Thank you so. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we truly, truly we appreciate it. Y'all, it's just precious of you. It really is.
Yeah.
So
Mikey says, April, welcome to the mansion. I'll make sure Don sets you a place at the members only ballroom table. Oh, that's great.
Hey, Mike keeps me straight. Mike knows that I need a little help, and so he. Oh my goodness, we appreciate y'all so much. But yeah, this is a gorgeous picture of Spaceship Earth. I thought I thank you for visiting. It's a nighttime picture there, and it's all the purples and blues. I love how much I love those colors.
It's a great color combination there.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty. So at any rate, that's what we wanted to talk about. Covered a lot of topics tonight. There was a lot of news as usual.
Yep.
So
we'll go straight into the Lorcana opening here. I've got the Lorcana Disney Lorcana trading card game. I've got a Shimmering Skies,
we got a
hanger pack.
Yeah,
with Maui on it. We'll see what the artwork is for the actual pack on the inside of this, but we've got Chef Donald there, which is pretty neat. I love Chef Donald there. Hey, there we go. Mike says subscriber number 100, first member. Multiple claims to fame for Mike Wheeler there. Member for 18 months. 18 months. Big shout out to Mike.
Yeah, golly, Mike. Yeah.
Get this pack opened up here. See what we get. Drop the pack.
Everybody. Look forward to seeing you, Mike. And if May, if not sooner, I will let you know.
All righty, here we go. Hypnotic Deduction. Great Mouse Detective.
Ooh, I like that one.
Potion of Might. Interesting. Next up, we have Gazelle. Zootopia.
Gazelle. I like that one. I have that one. Earth Giant.
We have Earth Giant, Frozen 2. Next up is Royal Guard from Emperor's New Groove. It's like, I got turned into a cow. Can I go home? Funny. King Candy.
Oh, King Candy. I haven't gotten King Candy yet.
First uncommon.
Alex, remember for 12 months, Alex.
Invited to the ball. Neat. Next up, we have a location. It's a tropical rainforest, which is Jaguar Lair.
Oh, look at
once again, Emperor's New Groove.
I like that one.
All funneled out, and then sticking with the Emperor's New Groove theme here. That's hilarious. It's Cusco as the llama is sitting in the rain, a little patch of grass. Oh, that's great. That's great.
It really is.
First rare is Sherwood Forest. Shout out to Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Location card. Next rare slot is a super rare Who's With Me? It's Gaston, ready to go kill the beast and riling up the townsfolk. And then the last card here is
He's
Gazelle.
roughly the size of a barge.
Yeah, it's Gazelle. Cold foil.
Oh, I like that one.
I got a rare, a super rare, and then a foil common card. So bar's still low. I've been on quite the drought. So let's see what Mom's got.
Okay. All right. I have put in the chat what you want, guys. I have Maui, Donald. Let's see. Let me. Here we go. Maui, Donald, and Vanellope. They're from Wreck-It Ralph. So first in the chat, guys. Alex says, "I want the squirrel with the balloon."
No, they have a Bucky card, Alex. I don't think he's popping the balloon, but they do have a Bucky card of the squirrel from Emperor's New Groove.
What do we got?
Tina says Donald.
Okay, Donald.
Tina says Donald.
Okay, so we're gonna go with Donald here. Okay, guys, the Shimmering Skies pack. Let's
We'll have
see.
to open Vanellope next week for Charlie if you want to take a note for next week, Mom.
Oh, okay. I'll lay her out. Definitely, we'll do Vanellope next week, Charlie. Okay, guys. All right, here we go. Fix It Felix Jr. All right, that's our first common. There we go. And we have Merlin.
Neat. Turtle Merlin.
Turtle Merlin. For our next common, we have, ooh, Obscurasphere.
Obscurasphere. Okay. Neat.
Okay, what's this from? You're going to have to help me out.
It's probably a Lorcana. I think it's probably a Lorcana item, if I had to guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it probably is. Love this one. Break Free. I love all the Tinkerbell ones, y'all, in this whole set. I love the Tinkerbell ones. Break Free. Okay. Another common. Shield of Arendelle. One lore. That's a good one. Let's see. And Merlin.
Neat. That's funny.
That's a great one.
Back from Bermuda. That's really funny.
That is a great one. Merlin back from Bermuda. Okay, and our first uncommon is Turbo.
Turbo. Yeah. You're not going turbo, are you?
Neat. That's a neat one. Next uncommon is Monstro.
Neat. That's a throwback.
That's a neat one.
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
A whale of a whale.
Cool. I really like that. I don't have that one. I'm excited about that one. And our next uncommon, again, is Tropical Rainforest. William, you just got that card.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The Obscurasphere is the Lorcana item. Just looked it up.
Okay.
So it's specific to the game.
Gotcha. Okay, William. Yeah. Okay. And I got this is a rare. I think that's a rare.
That's a rare Gaston. That's neat.
Gaston.
That's funny. One of us got that card last week.
That is a name. I love the Gaston. Gaston, I think, is a great villain.
Mm-hmm.
A great villain. And then this one. Okay, now this is. Okay, I don't know if you're going to have to help me with this one, William. It's Mirabelle Madrigal, but
that's a legendary.
It's a legendary, but it's shiny. Mirabelle is shiny. It's not a foil. Can you say that?
Yeah, that's so Shimmering Skies. They changed the artwork a little bit on the cards for legendaries. So they made it to where the legendaries pop a little bit.
How cool is that? She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Can you say that? Can you kind of tell
she's got like an extra coat of color.
Yeah, she does, and it's shiny.
So the character really pops in the scene.
Yeah.
So glossy section says, that's what I was looking for there, Jonathan.
How cool is that? Glossies. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, so that's a legendary.
Like a glossy coat over the character in the picture.
Yeah,
that's neat. That's a great card.
Yeah, and then my foil is Amber Chromicon.
Mom wins again.
Yeah, look at that.
Man, I'm due. So the last time that you went on a run, it ended in the Robin Hood Enchanted. So maybe, and I've still not opened an enchanted card.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll end up getting an enchanted.
Maybe this is a good sign.
At some point. Yeah.
Because it happened to me last time. You kept saying, because it was a dry run, and you kept saying, "Oh, Mom, you're due." And then lo and behold, I pulled that Robin Hood Enchanted. So fingers crossed for another one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. These are so much fun.
They're fun.
Oh, again, William, we finish this class, we got to play some.
Yeah, agreed.
And next week, guys, for Charlie, I'll open. We'll definitely.
It's Charlie Pig Vanellope. We'll make sure to open that pack next week.
You are open Vanellope. Absolutely, you are due. Definitely. But I love my pool. I'm really happy with.
The Mirabelle pool is really neat. That's a good one.
That legendary. See, I've never seen a legendary from this set, and so that when I looked at it, I thought, wow, that it's because I knew it wasn't a foil. It's really pretty. Man, I'm not sure I don't prefer that to the foils. It's just so pretty. Anyway, guys, yeah, that was fun. On
to channel news.
Channel news.
Mom's going to be posting a new video tomorrow. She mentioned it last week, but she's putting out a video, showing how to make my grandmother, or Mom's mother's Valentine's cake.
Mm-hmm. Haven't done a recipe in a while, and I've been trying. This is one of those videos I've been working on all week, trying to get it out. Other things kept coming up. I couldn't find some videos. Just flat out will not come together. It's just the darndest thing. This one has been a bit of a challenge, but I'm pretty much right there. So I will put that. Hopefully, I can get that out tomorrow. Is my goal. So that'll be this week's video. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do for next week because I haven't had time to think about it, but we'll see what comes up for Saturday.
Yeah. Grandmother made this every year for her kindergarten class, and Mom's making it in the video. So it's really good. And it's like Mom said, it's been a while since she's posted a recipe video. Mom has a Disney trip coming up May 25th through June 1st. So the countdown for that one is 96 days. If you need help planning a trip for Disney, planning a trip to Disney, reach out to my wife, Jillian Bone. Her information's in the description below. Jillian ran into some serious technical issues earlier. Her phone got hung up. They had to restore it, and she lost a ton of stuff.
Oh, William.
She lost a ton of stuff. So she's having to be logged back into all her stuff, trying to get back as much as she can. But it was the craziest thing. It got stuck on like a voiceover mode, and then she tried entering her passcode to get into her phone, wouldn't let her in. And so she, called Apple, and they pretty much had to wipe it. So
that stinks.
Yeah. Mikey says I'll be expecting something major when you come down in May, since it'll be his 40th birthday. How about that?
Mike.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's a big one.
Oh, that cannot be. Oh my goodness. Wow. My kids are growing up.
So anyway, Jillian's in the process of recovering all her stuff.
What's up with that, guys?
I know.
Oh man. Yeah.
But
even my YouTube kids are growing up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we got stuck in voiceover, Mikey, and we figured out how it was the darndest thing. We were entering in the we Googled it, looked it up. And her passcode, it would not accept her passcode to get in. We didn't. If it won't take your passcode, there's no other way to get in, and it wouldn't give her the option to do, show her face to unlock it. And so
that's wild.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Anyway,
Alex,
she's trying to recover everything. Yeah.
I will look forward to that. By all means, do. We have more than one trip coming up this year, Alex. So send me the challenge. We should be able to do that.
Well, thanks, Mikey.
I have a friend who is having trouble getting into a phone. And it was just, and it was an iPhone, and it was a nightmare. iPhones are backed up automatically, are they not?
Well, I guess Jillian didn't have her set up that way.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, Mikey, we figured out the part, like you had to tap the number twice to get it to accept the input, because like you tap it once and it goes to the number, and you got to tap it again to get the number to punch in. And so we were doing that to punch in your code, and it wouldn't. We would punch in the code, and it just wouldn't accept it. So it was a mess. But anyway, hopefully she's able to recover as much as she can. But thanks to our channel members. Big shout out to April, new channel member. But thanks to all of our channel members. We really appreciate your support. Thanks to everybody for being here. Thanks to all our subscribers. Thanks to everybody watching live and hanging out in the chat. Those watching in ghost mode. Those watching on the replay. We appreciate all your support. We look forward to Tuesday night every single week. And so we're excited, and obviously passionate about Disney and about the parks. And so we really appreciate all the encouragement and love. Each week we look forward to talking with all y'all about Disney news.
It's just fun, y'all. Yeah.
But thanks to everybody for being here. Roll call for tonight. If I missed you, I apologize. Let's see here. I'm going to do the best I can to write down everybody's name as you chat in here. But so shout out to Aunt Joy and Aunt Susan, Mandy Adams, Brian Eisenhart, Dave Stragan, T. McNeil, Dean the Turkey Legster, Jennifer Caruso, Alex Kennett, and Charlie and Lily, etc. The whole fam. Mike Wheeler, Jonathan Chung, Najima Brown, Hatbox Ghost, Jason Thibodeau, and April Etheridge. Big shout out to April being a new member. We appreciate that. But thanks to everybody for your support. It's a lot of fun to come together and talk about the parks and talk about all things Disney.
It really is. It really is. We look forward to it. It's just we love Disney just like all of you do, and it really is a pleasure. We think of y'all as friends, of course, and it's just good to see you every week. It's good to get together and just talk and enjoy the news and talking about our next trips and just sharing Disney with each other. Walt Disney was an innovator and a storyteller and a visionary, and we always appreciate what he did. Michelle's moments. It's great to see
welcome
you.
In. Great to see you, Michelle.
Happy Valentine's Day, Michelle. Thank you. Oh, it's so good to see you. Thanks for popping in. We appreciate it. So sweet. Thanks for being here. We need
always
to catch
wonderful
up.
to see you. Big shout out to Dean at the live place. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Dean at the live place. Check out Dean's YouTube channels, the live place and Dreamers Empire. The live place is basically a TV guide listing for family-friendly live streams. So thanks again to Dean for maintaining that site. Check out TubeBuddy if you haven't already. If you're a YouTube creator looking to grow your channel, use TubeBuddy. The basic version's free. If you have under 1,000 subs, it's discounted. And so use our link, affiliate link. We both get a free month. But also check out Stickermule if you're interested in good quality, low cost promotional items. Check out our link in the description below. If you need buttons, pins, magnets, stickers, etc., check out Stickermule and use our link. But
all kinds of good stuff.
Again, thanks to everybody for being here. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a happy Valentine's Day. Hope President's Day went well for you. Hope everybody's doing well.
Yeah, just nice. Had a nice long weekend for President's Day and a wonderful garden club meeting with all of my ladies last night. So it's been a good week. Girls had basketball games. Yep. It's been a wonderful week, and we've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay, Mikey just reordered keychains. Yeah.
Good deal.
I think I have not given away all my keychains. I think we've still got a couple of keychains, but we hope you guys are doing well, that you had a great Valentine's Day. We did. And looking forward to what's coming up next. We love the holidays. Be St. Patrick's Day, I guess, is coming up next. So we'll let
one of
you
my
know, guys.
real quick along the lines of St. Patrick's Day, one of my favorite Wyatt stories is we had this white onesie with green accents on it, like on the zipper and I think maybe the feet and like stitching and stuff. We had this white onesie with green accents on it, and it has little four-leaf clovers all over it. And we'd asked Wyatt, what's on your onesie, and he was itty bitty. He was probably 18, somewhere between 18 months and 2 years old, and he said broccoli. I got broccoli on my jammies, and so Jillian and I just got the absolute biggest kick out of that.
That is
He thought the
precious.
four-leaf clovers were broccoli, and it was so funny. So Wesley is now big enough to wear that onesie this year for St. Patrick's Day, and so
That's precious.
we'll definitely be thinking about the broccoli when he wears that onesie.
That is so precious. That's precious. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's cute. Love to the kids, Michelle. Love to the kids. Thanks for being here. Thanks so much to our moderators. We love you guys, and hope you'll have a fantastic week. We'll see you next Tuesday, and just look forward to the week. And I don't know. Be sure and watch for my mom's Valentine cake recipe. It's fun to make, and it's really a good recipe. Could be made with any flavored Jello. This one's strawberry because you need the color, but it could be made with any color. So you could do a broccoli cake too for St. Patrick's Day. It's completely modifiable. So y'all pay attention. Look for that. Probably tomorrow I'll go ahead and drop that one. Make that one go away and then move on to a new one for Saturday. So we love you guys.
Yeah. Have a great week, everybody. Thanks for being here. Remember, at the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there's always room for one more. So please hurry back. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Have a great week, y'all. Thanks for being here.
Appreciate you.